Good morning. We had discussed the accounting treatment of various items, assets, liabilities, loans, etc. at the time of dissolution of firm in the previous classes. Now, let us do illustrations related to it to understand the concept better. Note down this question, illustration 4, and make formats of capital accounts of two partners, realization account, Vikram's loan account, and bank account. Realization account around 10 lines, all others around, bank account around 10 lines, capital accounts and Vikram's loan account around 5 lines each. ये क्वेश्चन लिख लो, फॉर्मेट्स बना लो, फिर स्टार्ट करते हैं इसे सॉल्व करना. Written the question, made the formats. Okay, let us begin now. Let's read the question. Pradeep and Vikram were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. The firm was dissolved on 31st March 2020. Pradeep was allowed a remuneration of rupees 2,000 for carrying out dissolution. What should be the journal entry for this? He was allowed remuneration. Realization account debit to Pradeep's capital account. Let's post this entry. In realization account, we will write to Pradeep's capital account within brackets remuneration amount 2,000. And second effect of this entry or posting will come in capital account by realization account, credit side, in Pradeep's column 2,000. Then we are given their balance sheet, capitals Pradeep and Vikram. This amount will come in capital accounts, credit side, first line, 31st March 20. By balance brought down 50,000 and 60,000. The next is Mrs. Pradeep's loan. You have to be very careful about the wording. Mr. Pradeep नहीं है, Mrs. Pradeep है. अगर Mr. Pradeep होता तो Pradeep तो पार्टनर है, पार्टनर का लोन अकाउंट अलग से बनता, लेकिन मिसेस प्रदीप्स लोन है, मतलब प्रदीप की वाइफ का से लोन लिया हुआ है फर्म ने, दैट विल बी ट्रीटेड लाइक एनी अदर आउटसाइड लायबिलिटी, सो इट विल बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट बाय मिसेस प्रदीप्स लोन अकाउंट 14,000. Again, remember, whatever amounts we are picking up from the balance sheet amount column will be treated at one place. All amounts that we pick from additional information, all amounts that we pick from outside the amount column of balance sheet will be treated at two places to complete the double entry. So realization में by Mrs. Pradeep's loan 14,000. Then Vikram's loan. Vikram तो खुद एक पार्टनर है, तो उसका लोन आउटसाइड लायबिलिटी की तरह ट्रीट नहीं होगा, अलग से विक्रम का लोन अकाउंट बनेगा. ठीक है, तो विक्रम के लोन अकाउंट में इसका बैलेंस हम दिखाएंगे क्रेडिट साइड पर बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन 31st March 20, 24,000. देन इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन फंड, एसेट साइड पे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स दी हुई है, लाइबिलिटीज में इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन फंड दिया हुआ है. हमने डिस्कस किया था व्हेनेवर like this any fund or reserve related with an asset is given, उसको फंड को हम लाइबिलिटीज के साथ रियलाइजेशन में ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं और एसेट को एसेट्स के साथ. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन फंड विल बी ट्रांसफर टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट along with the liabilities. So credit side by investment fluctuation fund account 8,000. And then creditors will also be transferred to realization account. So by creditors 80,000. Now coming to asset side, building will be transferred to realization account debit side. To building account 1,20,000. Similarly, investments will be transferred to realization. So in realization account debit side, to investments account 30,600. Then debtors are given and provision for doubtful debts is also given. This also we discussed. Debtors are transferred to realization account at their gross value. So to debtors 34,000 gross value, and provision is transferred like a liability in realization account credit side by provision for doubtful debts account 4,000. Then bills receivable again will be transferred in realization to bills receivable account 43,400. Bank account we are preparing in the a separate account we are preparing for bank account. So balance will be shown there. Debit side 31st March 20 to balance brought down 12,000. Now coming to additional information. Pradeep agreed to pay off his wife's loan. So Pradeep is paying off a liability, taking over a liability. That means entry will be realization account debit to Pradeep's capital account. To Pradeep's capital account हमने ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, रेम्यूनरेशन लिखा हुआ था उसके नीचे, उसी के नीचे अब लिख देंगे वाइफ्स लोन. कितना लोन था? मिसेस प्रदीप का लोन था 14,000. सो 14,000. And since this amount we have taken from additional information, this will have another effect in capital account. We will write by realization account in Pradeep's column 14,000. Then next information we are given, investments were taken over by Vikram for 29,000 rupees. Asset taken over by partners. So realization to partners capital or partners capital to realization. The second one. So realization में credit side पर आएगा by Vikram's capital account bracket में investments 29,000. And its second effect in capital account to realization account 29,000 in Vikram's column. Then next information we are given, half of the debtors realized rupees 12,000. डेटर्स कितने हैं? डेटर्स हैं 34,000, तो उसका हाफ कितना हुआ? 17,000. तो वर्किंग नोट्स में पहले हम ये कैलकुलेशंस करते हैं. लिखो वर्किंग नोट्स डेटर्स 34,000. 34,000 we will divide in two equal halves, 17,000 and 17,000. Now these 17,000 debtors we are given realized rupees 12,000. That means remaining 5,000 is bad debts. बैड डेट्स की अलग से कोई एंट्री नहीं होगी. ठीक है, सिंपली वर्किंग नोट में हमने दिखा दिया 17,000 में से 12,000 हमें कैश मिल गया डेटर्स से और 5,000 की बैड डेट्स हो गई. देन रिमेनिंग डेटर्स वर टेकन बाय 25% ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स इन फुल सेटलमेंट. बाकी के जो डेटर्स हैं 17,000 रिमेनिंग, दे हैव बीन टेकन ओवर बाय द क्रेडिटर्स. सो सेकेंड वाले 17,000 के नीचे वी विल राइट टू पे ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स माइनस 17,000. ये तो हो गई डेटर्स की सेटलमेंट पूरी. ठीक है, अब आते हैं क्रेडिटर्स पे. क्रेडिटर्स यहां पे लिखा हुआ है टेकन बाय 25% ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स, और क्रेडिटर्स का अमाउंट हमें दिया हुआ है 80,000. सो 80,000 का 25% या 1/4 कितना हुआ? 20,000. तो 80,000 को हम दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करेंगे, 25% एंड रिमेनिंग 75%, 20,000 एंड 60,000. अब ये जो 25% है इसके बारे में हमें दे रखा है डेटर रिमेनिंग डेटर्स वर टेकन बाय 25% ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स इन फुल सेटलमेंट. और कितने रिमेनिंग डेटर्स थे? 17,000. इसका मतलब ये 20,000 के जो क्रेडिटर्स थे उन्होंने 17,000 के डेटर्स टेक ओवर कर लिए इन फुल सेटलमेंट. फुल सेटलमेंट मतलब बाकी का डिस्काउंट हो गया 3,000 रुपीज का, जिसकी अलग से कोई एंट्री करने की जरूरत नहीं है. अब रिमेनिंग क्रेडिटर्स के बारे में क्या कहते हैं? लेट अस रीड. रिमेनिंग क्रेडिटर्स वर पेड 2 months अर्ली एट 10% पर एनम डिस्काउंट. कितने हैं रिमेनिंग डेटर्स? 60,000. इसका 10% हम निकालें तो ये हुआ 6,000. बट पेड, ये तो पर एनम है 6,000 डिस्काउंट. 2 months अर्ली पेमेंट हुई है, तो इसका मतलब 2/12 करना पड़ेगा 6,000 का. अगर पूरे साल 1 साल पहले दे दिया होता तो 1 साल का डिस्काउंट मिलता 6,000, लेकिन 2 महीने पहले पेमेंट हुई है, तो 2/12 ऑफ 6,000 दैट इज 1,000. ये हमें डिस्काउंट मिल गया. दैट मीन्स 25% जो डेटर्स थे उसमें 17,000 के डेटर्स ले लिए फुल सेटलमेंट में, तो डिस्काउंट 3,000 का मिल गया हमें, नो एंट्री फॉर डिस्काउंट. रिमेनिंग 60,000 में 1,000 का डिस्काउंट मिल गया, डिस्काउंट की कोई एंट्री नहीं आनी, लेकिन पेमेंट उन्हें इसका मतलब कितनी हुई? 60,000 माइनस 1,000, 59,000. नाउ वी कम टू द पोस्टिंग. पोस्टिंग क्या क्या होनी है? एक तो डेटर्स की पोस्टिंग होनी है, जो कैश मिला डेटर्स से 12,000. ठीक है, तो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में हम लिखेंगे बाय बैंक अकाउंट ब्रैकेट में एसेट्स रियलाइज्ड, उसके नीचे डेटर्स 12,000. और क्रेडिटर्स की पेमेंट के लिए हम डेबिट साइड पे लिखेंगे रियलाइजेशन में टू बैंक अकाउंट ब्रैकेट में क्रेडिटर्स, जो हमने अमाउंट निकाला कैश पेड 59,000. और ये 59,000 वाला अमाउंट हम इसकी सेकंड इफेक्ट भी दिखा देंगे बैंक में 31 March 20 बाय रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट 59,000. 12,000 वाला क्यों नहीं दिखाया अभी? क्योंकि अभी और एसेट्स भी रियलाइज होने हैं जो आगे इंफॉर्मेशन दे रखी है, तो एक साथ वो टोटल हम पोस्ट कर देंगे बैंक अकाउंट में बाद में. Now next information, building was sold for 1,50,000 rupees. सो रियलाइजेशन में हमने बाय बैंक अकाउंट एसेट्स रियलाइज लिखा हुआ है, उसी में डेटर्स के नीचे हम लिख देंगे बिल्डिंग 1,50,000। Next is bills receivable were collected giving a discount of rupees 7,400. Bills receivable कितने थे? 43,400. इसमें डिस्काउंट दे दिया हमने 7,400. डिस्काउंट की अलग से एंट्री नहीं आएगी, जितने भी डिस्काउंट अलाउड हैं या रिसीव्ड हैं वो सारे ऑटोमेटिकली रियलाइजेशन के गेन या लॉस में उनका इफेक्ट आ जाएगा जब हम रियलाइजेशन को क्लोज करेंगे। तो 43,400 में से 7,400 रुपीज वी हैव नॉट रिसीव्ड, सो 43,400 माइनस 7,400, हाउ मच हैव वी रिसीव्ड? 36,000। सो बिल्डिंग के नीचे लिखेंगे रियलाइजेशन के क्रेडिट साइड पे बिल्स रिसीवेबल 36,000। All assets which are realized, information given, we have treated them. So now we will total them up. 12,000 plus 150 plus 36. 1,98,000 हो गया इनका टोटल अमाउंट कॉलम में। Now collectively we will post their second effect in bank account. So to realization account bracket में assets 1,98,000 in bank account. Then we are given realization expenses were 2,500. क्या एंट्री होती है रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंसेस की? रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक अकाउंट। तो रियलाइजेशन में डेबिट साइड पर टू बैंक अकाउंट ब्रैकेट में एक्सपेंसेस 2,500 and its second effect in bank account by realization account 2,500. We have treated all the information given to us in the question. Now first of all we will close realization account. इसका टोटल करो दोनों साइड्स का। क्रेडिट साइड का टोटल आ रहा है 3,33,000। ठीक है, इसमें से डेबिट साइड का टोटल करो कितना आ रहा है? 120 plus 3,600 150,600, then 34 184,600, like this total it up and subtract from 3,33,000. The difference we get is 27,500, which is the gain on realization. So it will be transferred to partners' capitals in their profit sharing ratio, which is 3:2. So 27,500 को हमने डिवाइड किया 3:2 में, टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल्स ब्रैकेट में गेन, प्रदीप 16,500 एंड विक्रम 11,000। टोटल दोनों साइड पे लिख दो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में 3,33,000। Now we will transfer this realization gain in capital accounts. Credit side, we will write by realization account bracket में gain, in Pradeep's column 16,500, in Vikram's column 11,000. Now first we will make the payment of capitals or loan, partners loan. First priority is payment of partners loan. ठीक है, so Vikram's loan account में हम लिखेंगे 31st March 20 to bank account 24,000. और सेकेंड इफेक्ट बैंक अकाउंट में बाय विक्रम्स लोन अकाउंट 24,000. Vikram's loan account now stands closed. So write total on both sides. Now we come to the closing of capital accounts. टोटल करो क्रेडिट साइड का कैपिटल्स का दोनों का. प्रदीप के कॉलम में टोटल आ रहा है 82,500 and in Vikram's column total is 71,000. In Pradeep's column there is no amount on debit side, so this 82,500 balance in capital of Pradeep will be paid to him. विक्रम के कॉलम में डेबिट साइड पे 29,000 का अमाउंट है, सो 71,000 माइनस 29,000 कितना हुआ? 42,000 विल बी पेड टू हिम. सो टू बैंक अकाउंट 82,500 and 42,000. Write totals on both sides in capital accounts. Now posting these payments in bank account credit side. By Pradeep's capital account 82,500. By Vikram's capital account 42,000. And the balance sheet total is 2,10,000. Write on both sides. Written. I hope it is clear now. Now let us do another illustration. Write down this question of illustration 5. Make format of realization account around 10 lines. Capital accounts of 3 partners A, B and C around 5 lines, and a format of bank account again around 5 lines. क्वेश्चन लिख लो, फॉर्मेट्स बना लो, फिर सॉल्व करते हैं इसे. ओके, लिख लिया क्वेश्चन, बना लिए फॉर्मेट्स. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट attempting it. Let's read the question. A, B and C were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. The firm was dissolved on 31st March 2020. Their balance sheet was as follows. बैलेंस शीट दी हुई है, कैपिटल्स के बैलेंसेस कहां पे आएंगे? कैपिटल अकाउंट में क्रेडिट साइड पर. सो 31st March 20 बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन 80,000, 70,000 and 90,000. Then again, investment fluctuation reserve is given. This will be transferred to realization account. So by investment fluctuation reserve account 20,000. Creditors will also be transferred to realization account. So by creditors 49,500. sorry, 49,400. Now we move to asset side. We will transfer all these assets except bank on debit side of realization account. So realization account debit side, to building account 2 lakh, to investments account 32,000, to goodwill account 12,400, to stock account 11,000, to debtors account 9,000. Right up to here, then we'll proceed further. Then bank 5,000. Bank account does not get transferred to realization account. We prepare bank account separately. So this balance will come as opening balance in bank account. Debit side, to balance brought down 5,000. Next asset is patents. It will also get transferred to realization account. So realization account debit side, to patents account 40,000. Now all the liabilities and assets from the balance sheet have been transferred. So now we move on to additional information. First point, A took over building at rupees 1,50,000. So what should be the entry? Yes. A's capital account debit to realization account. So in realization account on credit side, we will write by A's capital account building 1,50,000. We are writing this amount in inner column as of now because another adjustment related to A's capital needs to be made regarding investments. So we will write this amount in inner column and leave a line blank after this. Then next additional information we are given, B took over stock and debtors at book value and patents at 42,000. So what should be the entry? Yes, B's capital account debit to realization account. That means in realization account, credit side, we will write by B's capital account. Stock at book value 11,000. Debtors also at book value 9,000. Patents 42,000. Again, these amounts we are writing in inner column because we have to adjust investment also taken over by B. And we will write the second effect of these entries in capital accounts later on when we have transferred all the assets taken over by the partners. When we have entered all the assets taken over by partners in realization account. Then third point, C took over half the investments at 10% discount. What is the book value of investments? 32,000. So half the investments mean 16,000. Let's prepare a working note for this. Write down working notes. Half investments taken over by C at 10% discount. So 16,000 minus 10% of 16,000 is 1,600. So 16,000 minus 1,600. That means C has taken over investments at rupees 14,400. What will be the entry for this? C is capital account debit to realization account. So in realization account, after leaving another line below patents, we will write by C's capital account investments 14,400. Written. Then the question says remaining investments were taken over at 20% above their book value. Remaining investments, what is the amount? 16,000. 20% above their book value. Let's write in the working note. Remaining investments valued at 20% more means 16,000. 20% of 16,000 is 3,200. That means they have been taken over at rupees 19,200 by all the partners in their profit sharing ratio. What is the profit sharing ratio? 5:3:2. So divide this amount 19,200 in 5:3:2. What do you get? Taken over in profit sharing ratio. So A rupees 9,600, B rupees 5,760 and C rupees 3,840. First write this in working notes, then we will enter in realization account. Written. Okay, now what should be the entry? Capital accounts of partners will be debited and realization account will be credited. So we have already written in realization account on credit side by A's capital, by B's capital, by C's capital. Below each of these, now we will write A's capital account building we had written. Below that write investments 9,600. And total of the amount now 1,50,000 plus 9,600. In amount column write down 1,59,600. Similarly, B's capital below patents in realization account write down investments 5,760. Total of these four amounts 11,000, 9,000, 20,000 plus 42,000, 62,000 plus 5,760. So we get a total of 67,760 in amount column. And C's capital investments, below that write down plus 3840. Total of these two amounts 14,400 and 3840, and we get 18,240 in the amount column. Now, where will these amounts get transferred? These will get transferred to capital account. Which side? Debit side. So in capital account, debit side, we will write to realization account. A's column 1,59,600, B's column 67,760, and C's column 18,240. Now we have treated all the additional information also. So time now to close these accounts one by one. Before closing the realization account, we will have to check. What will we have to check? Whether all the assets and liabilities that were transferred have been treated or not. Let us see. Among assets, building we had written, taken over by A, we have entered. Investments taken over by the partners, we have entered. Goodwill. About goodwill, we are not given any information, whether it has been sold, whether it has been taken over. So what do we do? Yes, absolutely right. It is an intangible asset. So we will considered as nothing realized for it. So we will not make any entry for it. Then stock taken over by B, debtors taken over by B, patents also taken over by B. So all assets have been treated which were to be treated. Now coming to liabilities side. Reserve is not an actual liability. So nothing was to be done for it. Creditors 49,400 we had transferred to realization account, but the question has not given us any information about these, whether paid or not, whether taken over by anyone. So what do we do? Yes, we consider them as paid at book value. So we will have to pass entry for their payment. The entry will be realization account debit to bank account. So debit side in realization account to bank account. Within brackets write creditors, book value, that is 49,400. And its second effect, yes, bank account credit side by realization account 49,400. No other liability was transferred to realization account. So now we can close realization account. Total of the debit side of realization account and credit side also in rough. The debit side total is 3,53,800. And debit side total is more. So the balancing figure will come on credit side. That means it is a loss on realization. How much is the balancing figure? 38,800. Now that will be divided in profit sharing ratio, which is 5 is to 3 is to 2. So divide 38,800 in the ratio of 5 is to 3 is to 2 and see what amounts do you get. Write down on credit side, buy partners capital account A 19,400, B 11,640, C 7,760. Total of all these three, 38,800 in the amount column. And then write total on this side also, 353,800. Now, where will these amounts get transferred? Yes, in the capital accounts. Which side? Debit side. To realization account, 19,400, 11,640 and 7,760. Now let's close the capital accounts. A's column debit side total is 1,79,000. Definitely bigger than credit amount 80,000. Similarly, B's column total on debit side is 79,400, which is more than the credit amount of 70,000. But in case of C, credit amount is 90,000, whereas on debit side, we have a lesser amount. So the balancing figure in case of A and B will come on credit side. By bank account, this much amount will be brought by A and B. A 99,000 and B 9,400. Second effect of this, these two amounts brought by A and B. Yes, bank account debit side. To A's capital account 99,000, to B's capital account 9,400. In C's column debit side, total is 26,000, whereas credit amount is 90,000. So balancing figure will come on debit side. To bank account 64,000. That means C already has a balance of 90,000 on credit side, but debit amount is coming to 26,000. So balancing figure, that means C will withdraw. To bank account 64,000 C will get, and write total on both sides in capital accounts. Now this 64,000 that C has withdrawn or have been given to C will come in bank account on credit side. By C's capital account 64,000. And now total the bank account. Both sides total is coming 1,13,400. So no balance is left in bank account. That means our calculations are correct. Our solution is arithmetically correct. I hope it is clear. Now you will do all remaining questions of this chapter from the book in homework. Thank you.